The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown. The most engaging, impactful, informative, and entertaining talk show ever. Get ready to hear the voices of many local, state, and national artists, musicians, comedians, pastors, athletes, and politicians. It's time for South Florida Live with Jeffrey Brown.
All right. Hey, listen, come on in. Let's bring it in. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the South Florida Live podcast. Listen, I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown, and we always start these episodes off that saying, this is the day that the Lord has made. Listen, we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Come on in, everyone. Yes, come on in.
Like Father, like Son, and then some. What you believe, don't be deceived. On the count of three, my spirit is free. The door is open but can't be seen. All you need is to believe. And if they ask you, what's the proof? Be ready and able to speak reproof. You can be free again.
All right, once again, welcome to the South Florida Live podcast. I'm your host, once again, Jeffrey Brown, and want to welcome everybody. Come on in. Listen, I'm very excited about tonight. We get an opportunity to interview this great artist, minister, songwriter, pastor, actor on tonight. And we want to talk about his new single, y'all, that's coming out, and that's one and only Javen. So come on in, let's go, bring it on in. Those that are viewing by Facebook, hey, good evening to you. Do me a favor, as we always ask you to do. Go ahead and like and share, if you will. Like and share, and make a comment in the comment section. Let me know that you're there. Say good evening to me. Let me know that you're in the house on tonight. And you're joining us on this Meditation Monday. Meditation Monday on the South Florida Live podcast. Come on in. Once again, those that are viewing by YouTube, thank you for viewing by YouTube. Thank you for coming on tonight. If it's your first time viewing by YouTube, if you will, go ahead and please subscribe. We're trying to get our subscriber numbers back up. Let's subscribe, if you will. And once you hit that subscribe button, there's a bell that you would see. Click on that bell and click all. That way you get notified every time we go live. Would you do that for me? Thank you so very much. Those that are coming in once again on Facebook, I need you to like and share and tag at least 10 people. Let them know the South Florida Live podcast is on. And it is Meditation Monday. So you know the theme. Let's talk about the things that matter. There's some things that we want to talk about later on, but come on in and join us on tonight, if you will. Thank you. All right, listen. Once again, come on in, join us. Come on in, join us. Thank you for those that's coming in. Thank you. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Thank you for your comments. Come on in. Let us know that you're there, if you will. Appreciate you there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Hey, listen. I'm not going to prolong the time because I guess has a busy schedule tonight, and we wanted to get them in and share with my audience, with the world, that what's going on, what's new, what's happening. So we're not going to prolong the time. We're going to bring him in, and we're going to have a little conversation, if we will. Please join us, join the conversation. Once again, I'm so excited to have him with us tonight. He is the pastor of the Now Church. Yes. One church, two locations. Yeah. One church, two location. But he's also that. I mean, wow. He's like I said, he's a artist, a singer, a songwriter, a producer, an author, an actor. Yeah, he acts too, y'all. He does it all. He's multi-talented with a lot of things that's going on in his life, but he has a new single out, Javen, No Turning Back. Hey, listen, it's my brother. It's my brother, my real brother. The one and only. Hey, Pastor Javen, God bless you. Good evening, my friend.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How about yourself, man?
Doing good.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Hey, listen, thank you again for receiving, accepting our invitation to come on and just share with my audience this new sound, this new song, this new what's going on with you.
Let's go.
It's an honor, man. It is an honor to have you on tonight. It's a true honor to have you on tonight on the South Florida Live podcast. Hey, listen, I know time is running and you have to be somewhere. Yes, you have to be somewhere by 8. So we're going to do this. We're going to do this real quick. So once again, thank you for joining. Hey, listen, let's get right into it. I'm often so excited, always excited to sit down with you, someone whose music doesn't just entertain, but it ministers. For years and years, you have hundreds and hundreds of songs out there, and the majority of your songs, basically all your songs, have a ministry to it, and they minister. So tonight we want to talk about this new powerful single that you got out, No Turning Back. So before we do, let's first, somebody's out here that don't know you. I don't know why. But they may not know Javen. They may not know who you are. So for those who may not know your story, if you will, just real quick, share with them how God has called you. He called you to the music ministry and to ministry where you are now.
Well, first off, thanks for having me. This is my god brother, y'all.
Be careful, y'all.
The other thing I want to say is fun fact. Godmom, Elder Jeff's mom, gave me my first solo. So we blame Godmom for all of it.
All of it.
Yeah, because she made all of us do music. Whether you wanted to or not. In them days, he had no choice.
Yes.
But
I remember my first. I decided to make Jesus my.
Oh yeah.
Boy,
Hey, you better sing too.
You gonna sing this song? No, mama.
That's what we need more of, man. We need more mothers that pushes children in the church, and that's how you get these greats. But anyways, long story short, I am from South Florida. I am from the Hollywood, Hollandale area. If you want to get more specific, Carver Ranches, West Park. And I went off to college, and while in college, I was doing the same thing we did back here, sing, whenever you're asked to, when there's an opportunity. But it just so happens that when I would sing there, people were really feeling it. They really liked it, and they wanted to pay me for it and all that. And I didn't even, in those days, yeah, you didn't have American Idol and all that kind of stuff. So the idea of getting discovered overnight, unless you were in New York or Detroit, or where the music cities are, you didn't really think you could be anything. So I never even thought twice about it. But I kept getting opportunities to sing in college, and kept getting job opportunities to do that. And then I went from, after graduation there, I went to work at a church in Tampa and did the worship leading there for many years. And then during that time, I got my first record deal. And it's in that record deal that I began to explore a real career as an artist, as a recording artist, because, we started doing music videos and all that kind of stuff. And I moved from Tampa to Los Angeles, California. And that's when everything really took off. And that's when we started getting movie opportunities. I started hosting a lot on TBN, TV shows, all that kind of stuff. Of course, acting and producing. And I would say probably about, the album is coming out later in the year, but this would be, I think, my 15th project.
15.
My 15th album, that I would have released, because we did several with the church back in the day. That's where that Fresh Oil album came from. That was really a church project that I thought was for the church, and it ended up, Juanita Bynum got a hold of it, and the rest of it just blew up.
Yeah, Fresh Oil
so that's it short.
Fresh Oil was, that still moves. Fresh Oil still moves, man. That's
man. Yeah, I got some people that as soon as they see me, man, they Fresh Oil,
Fresh Oil still is
first one. That was an independent project that I did. I recorded that song with the choir. I pushed the then choir in the back of it. The only thing we could afford was a guy that had like a mobile studio in the trailer, and we were all pushed up in that trailer, man, singing. We went and recorded the song, and then went outside and clapped like we were the audience. So when you hear Fresh Oil, it sounds like we're in the
really. Oh wow!
It sounds like we were a live recording, and it was just us responding to our own singing. So humble beginnings.
Yeah. So listen, every artist have a defining moment when God began to shape their purpose. This new single is titled "No Turning Back." No turning back. So tell us how this song was born. How was this song born?
So good question. I would say, from 23 to 25, 3 years straight, I went through a series of great loss. I lost my brother, lost my brother-in-law, the church. We lost our building. I then lost my executive pastor, who was like a dear friend. Called to us my right hand, Charlie's my left. And just in a matter of 1 year, man, it just went, and it just kept going. And it just seems like we couldn't catch a break. And by the time I get into 25, the year 2025, I have everything, on my back. I'm carrying the church. I'm carrying my family. I have totally given up on any idea of what that next is,
right?
And where I would be headed. And it would seem like in the midst of all that noise of grief and depression and disappointment and all that kind of stuff, it's like I could hear God say, just keep your eyes on me. Just follow me. And when I walked into 2026, we do series at Now Church. The whole year is a series. As a matter of fact, this was a series. As a matter of fact, fun fact, the year of Yes, which is where this shirt is from, was 2023. And there's a whole story there. I won't get into that, but I ended up writing a book about the whole experience. That book will come out in 2027. But when we walked into the year of 2026, God said this will be a year of freedom. This will be a year of divine.
Wow.
And when I received that, because I really think the prophetic is all about the acceptance of a word that's spoken. If you don't receive that word, then don't be surprised when it doesn't manifest in your life. And I accepted the word freedom. And when I did, it was like the floodgates opened up in me. Like it was like a dam that was broken. And Jeff, all the design. Now you got to remember, my last album was like almost 10 years ago. I felt a love and a desire to sing again. I felt a desire to be in the studio again. That you got to love that. That's not, and what people sometimes, what people don't understand is, these projects, and I talked about it on my listening party last week. These projects don't, the song may last 3.5 minutes, but trust me, it goes through so much
process.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's so much process before you. And one of those first process is going into a studio in the right headspace, getting behind that mic, ready to deliver and all that kind of stuff. And so I hadn't been there in a long time. I don't even know how to put words to it, but I just had not been there. I just didn't desire to be in the studio. I didn't desire to record anymore. I didn't desire to be booked to sing. I didn't desire nothing. And for whatever reason, man, God just released the anointing of freedom over my life. And one of the first songs I wrote was God is Good. You're going to hear that on the new album. It's a big ballad. Understanding the goodness of God in the midst of tragedy is where that song comes from. The second one I wrote is this one you just asked about, No Turning Back. Keep your eyes focused on God. Turn it all the way back. And I had the old little song we used to sing in kids ministry back in the day. I have decided to follow Jesus. And when I heard that, and then I began to look at everything that's going around and all the stuff we've been dealing with politically and all that stuff. And I was like, nah, man, we need to write this. We need to finish it. And I did it. And then I called D-Lo, who is the one that produced this for me, David Audi. And I said, man, we were talking about this. I was on the treadmill, man. And I was like, yo, I got a hit. This is a hit. And that's the other beauty of something like this is when a song is a hit, I said, man, this is a hit. This song is a hit. And I sung it to him. And when I sung it to him, he immediately was like, yep, I got it. And he went to working on the track and on the music. And by the time he got back with it, I had already finished the melody and all that kind of stuff. I was working on the second verse. I didn't like the melody at first. I was singing it too straight. I have decided to, I don't know how I had it before, but I was like, man, this is not working. So I said, let me see who I can call to try to, doctor this up a little bit. So I called my boy D Hattie. I called D, and I said, man, I know Dietrich's always in the studio working on his own stuff. So I was like, man, I know you ain't got no time for me, but if you will, please, kind sir, I got an idea, a concept. I said, I knew I wanted to put a choir on it. I knew I wanted to have a big choir singing with it. So I was going to get Noel Jones, them singers, Pat Bolton, them. To do it with me. I work with them a lot on other stuff, especially when we do recordings with other people out there. So they're always good to me. But I didn't want it to be the straight. So I sent it to Dietrich. Man, just send it to me. So I just sung it like a little recording, sent it to Dietrich. And man, in a matter of minutes, he had that thing back. That's cool. That's all. Yeah. That's all Dietrich. That's all. Oh, not gonna turn back. Don't turn around, no. And then the modulations, that's all Dietrich. So put all that together, we knew it was gonna be something.
That first verse that kick in, that first verse, and I know sometimes God gives us a song because someone else needs encouragement. When someone's listening to No Turning Back, what do you hope they walk away believing? And we also that first verse that kicks off with headlines everywhere, world is broken, truth is drowning by lies, with every word there spoken, darkness has to fade when we call his name. Talk about that. What took you there? Have mercy.
I don't know if I should talk about the real reason I wrote that. But what I will say is that what I will say is people are tired. Okay, people are tired. Yeah, people are frustrated. People are, hopeless. Like there's a lot of hopelessness, man. I think people feel like, where's the hope? Medical bills are piling up. Groceries are ridiculously high. Anybody that's watching this will tell you, no matter what city they in, you can't afford to buy a house no more. Like people are being forced to have to live in apartments and condos and, you know, places and things that, you know, folks are being forced to move back with their parents. You know, it's just like a lot of hope. And then at one point, the church got too caught up in, I will say this part, the church, a lot of the church got too caught up in the politics of things. And I'm not saying the church should not have a voice in political issues. Some people think not. I'm not going to go that far. But what I will say is, if we preach in politics, then who's preaching the gospel?
Gospel, right.
And this is where you get a nation and a world that starts becoming hopeless. Because if I can't go to church and get a spiritual biblical word that's not being manipulated or tainted for a political party or a political figure, then who am I supposed to turn to? And so now people started turning to these influencers and to these podcasters and things like that. And, you know, but then they can't go to church. And there's nothing wrong with having good, we're on a podcast. I mean, podcasts are needed. It's great. But that cannot substitute for the house of God. No. And that cannot substitute for your personal opportunity to worship the Lord with other believers and to partake in the sharing of the gospel, which is all a part of what. So that's why out the gate, I'm saying headlines everywhere. The world feels broken. Truth gets drowned by lies. And that's what we've seen a lot. That's the other thing. You've just seen a lot of lying, you know, just fake news, lying, you know, people just making up any old thing, AI and stuff. You know, so, you know, but things have got to change, you know, but darkness has to fade when we call his name. Let's lift, and the last line says, let's lift Jesus high, because things are about to change.
Wow. Yeah. So now with that, I'm gonna ask you this. If there was a scripture that best captured the heart of this song, what would that scripture be?
I would say Romans 8:28, that all things are working together for the good of them that are called according to his purpose. You know, I also would liken it unto when Jesus said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto thee. And what he's saying there is, I will make the crooked places straight.
Right.
If I'm lifted up, I will draw in, I will make this stuff that's very confusing. And I will say this personally, that's what happened for me. That's what happened for me. When I got focused and really, really just, you know, push back, and it's going to sound a little bit of, you know, somebody may think it's blasphemous or whatever, but I pushed back Paul's writings. I didn't want to hear about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I went through a whole like 4 to 5 months just teaching on Jesus, just the scripture, Jesus, just Jesus words. You know, just taking it there. We did the 4 Gospels. We did a whole series on just the 4 Gospels, and just stayed there in those 4 books, and just revisited the revelation of what Jesus taught. You know, and getting back to that sound doctrine, and that love, and that support. Jesus spoke to the church more than he spoke to anybody, and it was the religious or the church or whatever you want to call it that had the problem. If you listen to what he preached, the way he preached, we were the problem.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, we got to get our mind right.
We got to get it going. Right. Because it's amazing that you were saying that, and about, you know, how you know, we have to put our trust in him and just not hear it. And I was talking to a friend today this morning, and they were saying how they had gotten to a place where they were asking God to help them do something, and they really committed to, you know, him doing it. Because a lot of times we can ask, because, you know, scriptures say, ask anything in his name and you can, you know, you can have it. But a lot of times we don't activate what we just said. And so because we don't activate it, and we don't, that means we really don't live it. And then we don't see the manifest of it. And then we like, well, God, you ain't here. You didn't hear me. No. He said, like, you asked me, but you got to manifest it. You got to activate it.
Yeah,
You know?
faith without works is dead. It's right
dead.
there in the scripture.
And I tell people all the time, if when Peter challenged God and say, "Hey man, that you out there, bid me to come, tell me to come." And if he had not activated his faith to actually step out on the water, it would have never,
It would have never manifest. I had a whole new revelation. When the book comes out, we have to come back and do this again.
Okay.
I got a whole new revelation I will give you this little tidbit. I got a whole new revelation on faith, because the way we taught and teach faith, we teach it to be loud, we teach it to be motivational, inspirational, we teach it to be it challenges us to get up and or it's risk, take risk and all that. And although the characteristics of faith has those elements in it, there's the element of motivation, there's an element of encouragement, there's an element of risk and all that kind of stuff. Real faith is simply put instructions. Mm-hmm. It's just simple instructions that God has given you that you are supposed to stick to no matter what.
Right.
When you feel lost, when you feel hopeless, when you feel like you cannot make it, the question to ask at that moment, you want to talk about what faith is what did God tell me to do? You see, that's going to cause you to get up and to your point, begin to walk towards that thing, begin to line that thing. If God says that's your job, you have to go and fill that application out, and you have to go ahead and take that interview. If God says, God told me many years ago that I was going to go to Lee University, that was in, I would say, May May of the same year that I graduated from high school. I had not even filled out an application to the school, much less had any student loans, any scholarships, or any money to go. But God said, you're going to go to the school. So what I did was I came back home, and because I went up there to visit with a friend of mine, and I come back home and I began to fill out every possible Pell Grant, every possible student loan, every possible scholarship I could find. I filled out the application for the college. First letter I got accepted to the college. The next thing, once I got accepted, they said you got to send $100 for your deposit for your dorm room. I sent $100. Told my dad I was going to school. My dad, he was not a man of many words. I said, I'm going to college. He said, you better go ahead then.
Go and do your thing.
He put me on a one-way ticket to Tennessee, and I had the room. And then I went and signed up for all those classes. The last person you got to see is the cashier. That lady asked me, I was 18 years old at the time, up there in the mountains of Tennessee, predominantly white folks. All the kids were there with their parents. I was there by myself. And that lady asked me how I was going to pay for it. And I told her my father was going to pay for it. She thought I was talking about my dad. Yeah, she didn't know. I was like, and she said, well, I'll tell you this. You got 30 days. And after that, if the money doesn't come in, Mr. Campbell, we're going to have to send you home. I said, that's fine. And I'll tell you, every day I would go to the financial aid office. I always tell people like Celia in The Color Purple, and I'd ask them, anything come from me?
Ain't got my name on it.
Hey, anything got my name? Do I got $2? Do I got $3? Do anything? I get approved for anything? Man, them old white ladies were so sick of me. Man, about the 31st day, God, brother, I come walking down that hallway, and those ladies were standing up, clapping, and carrying on. I said, what's going on? They said that, hey, listen, there were people that didn't show up for their Pell Grants. There were people that didn't show up for their scholarships. You ready? There were people that didn't show up for their loans. They said, Mr. Campbell, because you kept coming back here every day, we decided.
Wow.
Boy, I get goosebumps right now talking about that. I was 18.
Boy, you was consistent. You was consistent. You was like the Woodard one. I'm going to listen. I hear what you say, you're unjust judge, but I'm going to keep coming back.
You got on my nerves.
Coming back,
and
right.
Yeah, I don't even believe in your God. I just am tired of seeing your face. I think that's where you got to get in your faith. You got to get on the devil's nerves so bad that if you are constantly putting your face out there, constantly putting your business out there, constantly going after it, that the enemy goes, you know what, to just so we can get him out of here. Let me just bless her. Let me just hook him up. Let me just go ahead and give him this car. so he doesn't come back out to this dealership no more. Let me just go ahead and get him this house so they can stop walking around here looking for houses and what. I'm telling you, you just got to have that ridiculous. That was the beginning of many beginnings for me. I've known the power of faith ever since then. I can take you every 5 years of something strategic and something extraordinary of faith that I've watched God manifest. When I first moved to Los Angeles, California, I lived at a Holiday Inn on Ventura Boulevard in Studio City because God told me that was my next move after Tampa. And I left my son back home and I went, and you got to remember, this is before GPS, this is before smartphones and all that kind of stuff. You had to map, like, to figure it out. And that's just how far technology has come, because that was in 2002, but still we didn't have a lot of technology like what you have today. So you were still plugging in computers back in those days to get internet, So I'm at the Holiday Inn plugging in the AOL and all that, getting signed up and logged in and starting my journey. I have no manager at this time. I don't have no label deal no more. I don't have one booking. I'm not Javen. Okay. I'm just the kid that used to sing over at the church in Tampa is all. But there is faith that has been placed on the other side of the promise that God has given me. So it's on that faith and in that promise that I'm sitting in that Holiday Inn on Ventura Boulevard in the city that I know nothing about. And I must tell you, there was no fear there. There was no, I'm not sure. There was no, I don't know if this is going to work out. There is no, hey, listen, are we going to get booked? I knew God was going to provide. I knew I was going to find a home. I knew the money. You got to understand, this is the first time I'm out on the road by myself officially in full-time ministry. This is prior to this, I had worked at a church. So there was a constant stream of income. This is the first time I'm actually out booked, as booking myself as a singer and stuff like that. And so there's nothing. But I'm going to tell you something. 3 significant things took place that year when I took a step of faith. Number one, Juanita Bynum got a hold of the Fresh Oil CD. And you can say what you want about Juanita Bynum, but at that time, Juanita was pulling in upwards of 25 to 45,000 women.
Yes.
Her conferences. And she loved not Fred Hammond, and we love you, Fred, not Hezekiah, and we love you, Hezekiah, not Kurt, and we love you. She was playing in rotation Fresh Oil over and over and over and over again, that she had to have Javen come and sing at her conference for her 30,000 women.
Wow.
That's what happened. I go in the back, and they said, the prophetess wants to meet you. And she's bowing down and she's saying, thank you so much. Are you going to sing Fresh Oil? Yes, ma'am. I'm going to sing Fresh Oil. And I started her career. I started her music career.
You launched it.
I launched Juanita's singing career. I'm telling you, prior to that, she wasn't singing. I started singing Fresh Oil. Juanita came out there, grabbed the mic, because she had been listening to the song so much that she just couldn't hold it. Now, mind you, she must be preaching that night.
Right.
She done forgot about preaching. I'm telling you. She grabs the mic, starts singing, and starts doing a duet with me in Fresh Oil. The power of God shows up in that place. And I'm telling you, people were falling out. There was no preaching. There was no, it was so palpable that all in the hallway, all in the bathrooms, the stairs, I ain't never seen nothing. You want to talk about Pentecost? All over it. So obviously that catapulted my music career almost overnight.
Right.
In CD sales and bookings and all that kind of stuff. The second significant thing that happened to me was meeting the Crouches, Matt and Lori from TBN, which opened the door for me to do TV. And the third thing was I got a huge opportunity to go to South America, and they had another album of mine that I had just released. It was the last album I did with the label before I moved on, and that took me into Brazil. And the last night we had 10,000 people. So it's amazing, man, how when you are just obedient to God, God will do the extraordinary in your life.
And that's going to bring me to this part of it where it said where I wrote down, music reaches people, but ministry changes lives. Music reaches people, and that music reached Juanita Bynum. But ministry can change lives. So how do you define ministry beyond the stage?
I honestly think that when you have ministry as a driving force to the music, that's how you gain longevity. I have longevity in the music business, in the entertainment business, however you want to, the gospel, whatever you want to call it, because along with my music, there was always ministry. And ministry to me is when you are finding a need and you are meeting it, when you are servicing people at the point of where they are, at the point of what they're going through. And that really goes to how you're writing songs and what you're saying in your songs. And does that meet the needs? Does that serve a mother that's lost her child? Does that serve a father that doesn't have enough resources to put food on the table for his family? Does the music serve the church? See, that was a big thing. You know, we know worship now is a genre and it's popular then, but you know, when I started out, Fresh Oil and stuff like that was servicing a need that was missing in the church called worship, especially in our Black churches. And I think that to me is what ministry is all about. You know, we launched Now Church just over 10 years ago, and it was important to me. And you might have even been there, Jeff, when we first did that little city hall thing on the beach. Remember that in Hollywood? And I said, the cultural center.
Cultural center.
It was important to me, man, that we serve the community. I still feel that way. I still feel like I'm okay with having good church, man. We all know how to do that. But you know, the funny part, it's like, man, I could do good church with my family at our house. You know what I mean? Like like you come by the house Christmas and whatnot. We know how to. We go church it up.
We have church,
yeah, we have church. So that's not a challenge. That's not what God, obviously that's not what God is saying. God is saying the service of that house has to be felt in that community. I'm so excited about what we're getting ready to do at Hollandale, man. I mean, I'm telling you, man, I'm so excited for our food pantry, our clothes closet. I'm so excited for the lunches that we're going to do for the elderly and feeding them and bringing in medical physicians to come in and just talk with them and just all different types of things that a church should be doing for its local community. That to me is ministry.
That's ministry. Yeah, that is ministry. Hey, y'all, listen, we've been having this conversation with the one and only Javen, Pastor Javen. We've been talking about his new single that's out. No turning back. Y'all, listen. Let me tell you, if you need you a song, something to get you pumping in the morning, and you just not feeling it in the morning, you need something to uplift you. If you're not feeling it, or you need a workout, push you to work out, this is the song. I listened to it all day today. And I shared it with some coworkers. They're like, oh man, this is good. I say, yeah, I still checked out. That's my brother. That's my brother. But hey, y'all, those that are viewing, those that are watching, I know you're ready for it. And we want to share. We're going to share this with you, man. Listen, it's out. It dropped on last Friday. And listen, let's just hear.
Go.
Broken, Jesus high, things are about to change. It's high, follow Jesus, no turning back. No. It's good to know you inside. Things working together. It's for your good. Get ready for victory. Where pain once stood. No turning, turning. I have turn. Turn around, no, no. Not going back. Not going back, no. This joy I had, didn't give it no, and I can't take it away from me.
Let's go.
There it is. There it is.
There
There
it
it is.
is.
There it is. Listen, no turning
summer-
back, y'all.
It's a
Listen,
summer jam. It's a summer jam.
yeah, it's a summer jam. It's a workout. It's a man. Listen, I don't want to limit it to the youth, but man, I can see some youth choirs, some youth praise teams, man, killing it doing their youth service.
We did it. At our young adult impact night. Every Monday night, you know this, we have upwards of 200 young adults, college kids. And I did it last Monday to, kind of let the kids know it's coming out Friday. Man, I couldn't get going. They'll have some part of the track a little bit in the back. But they had already heard me sing at church. Some of them did. So man, like soon as they were stalling back down, they just wouldn't. That's all they needed was just that little.
That's it. Right. That's it.
But yeah, they love. Yeah, this would be great for your praise team. This would be great for your dance team.
Yes.
This would be great, definitely for your youth choir.
Yeah. And you were just talking about you doing it at church, and they organized, they done arranged the steps and the dance for it. Hey, we got it, y'all. We got it right here on South Florida Live. And there's gonna be
I love it.
Watch it. We're gonna watch it, but there's a challenge coming. He already threw the challenge at me. I don't know.
Let's go.
Pray about it. I'm gonna pray about it.
No turning back challenge. You got it.
It's gonna be a no turning back challenge.
If you could do the electric slide, you could do the no turning back challenge. All right.
Yeah. Hey, listen. Just let's check it out. This is the step. This is the dance. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn it.
Headlines everywhere and
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I gotta show the video. It took me. I'm vertically challenged, as they say. My steps, my feet don't go together. It took me like 20 tries, but I finally got it.
You got.
Yeah, my sister-in-law, man, they got it.
Woo. Headlines everywhere and the world is broken. Truth is drowned by lies with every word that's spoken. But darkness has to fade when we call his name. Let's lift Jesus high. Things are about to change. Yeah, I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. No, no. No. Hey, people are losing hope.
Yeah. That's it. Listen. So
About
there
5
was-
steps.
yeah, but listen, I know eventually you're gonna do an official one
Yeah.
song and make it large, but there is a challenge.
There's a challenge. And,
So,
I'm
hey,
reposting everybody.
you repost. Okay. Hey, listen, before you get out of here, before I let you go,
Okay.
one, share with the viewers, share with the audience right now where the platforms they can get this, where they can stream it, where they can purchase it at this time.
It's available everywhere music is sold. So Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify. Do me a huge favor, put it as a part of your favorite, make where you can leave a comment, please leave one. Let the folks know about it. Also, we're doing radio right now. We're doing a lot of radio. So definitely call your local radio station. You have a gospel station in your area and they're not playing it, I want you to request it or send me a DM and I'll send you our radio publicist information and she can reach out to them on our behalf to get out the information. And of course, if you do radio, let us know. We'd be more than glad to get it to you and set up an interview and all that kind of stuff. But come on, y'all, let's make this, this is the first project in a long time. So let's make it a hit. Let's let it climb all the way up the charts. Because I honestly think this is the one. This is the one that people need. That, like you said, when you're working out, when you're walking, if you have a dance class that you do or a workout group that you go with, man, tell them to put people back. Let's put Jesus back on people's hearts and minds. Let's follow Jesus.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. I want to put a spotlight. Not the song is great, the track is great, but it's the lyrics. That's what I want to put a spotlight on for everyone that's going to purchase it, and everybody's going to go get this. And when you do, I want you to check out the lyrics of this song. Just not to just turn it back, but there's some lyrics in there that you need to hear, and trust me, it's going to touch home. It's going to touch your heart, and it's going to help and lead you and guide you and get you understanding where you should be and where we are, regardless of what you may be going through, the challenges that you may be facing. We know it. We know the gas prices are high. We know groceries are still high, and things are going. Affordable housing is really crazy right now. But if you hear those lyrics, it's crazy, but you can't give up. I know there's some people out there that's trying to give up, want to throw in the towel.
No.
This is too much. But as he said, you can't.
No,
don't turn back.
That second verse says people are losing hope, searching for a sign, but it's good to know that you're God's design. And then this is I say Romans 8:28. Then I say all things working together and it's for your good. Get ready. And here's the line. This is how the second verse ends. Get ready for victory where pain once stood. And that's the word I leave with those folks today. You need this song because you need to know that where there once was pain, I know what it is to have lost so much that it was painful to the point that where I almost felt it in my physical body. Yeah. But to know that today I'm standing in divine victory is nothing but the grace of God and the power of Jesus. And it's so important that when it's all said and done, you put Jesus back at the center of your pattern. Who are you following? Ask yourself. That's what this song does. It asks the question, who am I following? Or have I given up? Have I started church and then dropped out? Did I started this Christian faith and then when something didn't go my way, did I just get mad at God and walked away? See, get back to the place to where you follow Jesus, and then the vamp, no turning back, ain't no turning back, and that's it. I decided
I posted something last week. And it helped me. And I was just going through some stuff, and it helped me. I said, trusting God starts with acknowledging the reality without allowing fear or despair to define your response.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. We are, as believers, it is so crucial that we give God a real opportunity to be God in our lives.
Right.
What most of us are doing is we are trying to use God so that we can have the final say. We don't want God to have the final say.
Right.
We really want us to have the final say, meaning serving God, our version of how we think things should turn out.
Right.
And when God do it that way, then we operate in what you just read and what you just posted, and that of a mindset of fear or a mindset of hopelessness, and even more so, it's being birthed from a place of, oh, I don't get a chance to control this.
Right.
See? I don't get a chance to control the outcome. I don't get to control when a loved one has passed away. I don't get a chance to control, when my money acts funny. I don't get a chance to control, when you go to the hospital or go to the doctor and they give you a report and you're like, oh my God, man, I can't believe they saying that. No, first off, you was never in control in the first place. All of it was an illusion. But when you learn how to do what Jesus did in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he said, not my will, but your will be done. Prior to that, he told us to pray, Abba, Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will
be done. Right. Right.
When you stand in that, then there is no fear, because what you're saying in that stance is God got this.
Right. Right.
I don't worry about now, church, Jeff. I don't worry about no now. The people say, yo, I don't it's God's church. I'm not worried. Hey, you worried about this? I'm not worried about nothing.
Yeah.
Those children, you give your children back to God. That's what you got to do. You said, you mothers and parents walking the floors, you can't do nothing about that. You got to give those children over to God, and you got to release them. Those of you that are struggling with, trying your next decision, you heard what I just said earlier. That next career move, I didn't know. All I know was it was time to leave the label that I was with, the management, and you ready? And the job. I love the job, the management, the label, all at once. And you can say, oh, well, you knew God was going to work. I didn't know nothing.
No,
I just knew God.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Because God sometime, and I was saying this to somebody the other day, God sometime will put us in positions, tough spots. Will position us in some tough situations, some tough spots. Not to destroy us, not actually break us down, but to reveal his glory.
Absolutely.
Through us. And I heard you said that we have to show it, and he wants to reveal his glory through us. He wants to use us to reveal his glory.
You won't even see God's. Let me help somebody, and because you going now you put.
Let's speak. Let's talk.
You done took this from an artist thing to now we're going into full blown preaching.
I'm just saying.
Let me do this real quick. What you have to do is you have to be willing to allow God's glory to shine through you in order to have the manifestation of that next season in your life. You don't get to the next season until God's glory show up. Now, and listen what I'm saying by that. The glory has to shine through you. It can't shine on you. It is something that Ephesians 3:20. Now unto him that's going to do what? Exceedingly abundantly above all you ask, think, according to the power, what? That works through you. So the glory has to come through you. Now, how does the glory come through you in order for it to shine or manifest? You have to stop complaining. You have to stop. You got to stop questioning God and quitting every time it gets hard, and quitting every time. We don't get credit just because we have problems, church. Everybody has problems. Everybody has to say bye to a loved one every now and then. Everybody has to be broken up in some relationship that don't work, or some marriage that fizzles out. That is not what gets you the glory. What gets you the glory is that you stand in faith and in grace in the midst of that. And like the scripture said, in everything give thanks, not for it, but in it. When you can learn how to manifest the glory of God in the midst of the fire, that's when the glory begins to shine. And when that glory begins to shine, that's when we call the Shekinah, the heaviness of God, begins to fall on your life and becomes a part of your deity, a part of your makeup, a part of your being. And when that begins to happen, when you write songs or when you go to speak or when you go to do business or when you go to do anything, the anointing will be on it and lives will change. That is what the anointing is. It is the manifestation of the transformation of people's lives when you do what God tells you to do.
Right.
And if you're not doing, and we've all heard somebody sing, and even if they were doing riffs and could hit way higher notes in the whole 9 yards, nobody's lives was changed, ain't anointed. But when you can have somebody that has a range of 2 notes, but if they're anointed,
you can see that it manifests. It manifests. You see the difference because
you have me on here preaching.
You didn't just hear God, but you activated what He told you. You activated and you put it to work. Come here, 10. He said, "Go, show yourself to the priest." They ain't asked no questions.
No,
they just went.
No.
And on the way, because of their belief and because of their faith and because of their obedience, they were healed.
Absolutely.
But
name it.
But then we get caught up in the healing and we won't go tell everybody instead of coming back and giving praise to the one who did it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
when he's the one.
All right. See, all right. Is out. No turning back.
No turning back.
No turning back. No turning back. Yeah. Listen.
I have decided.
I want to do that again.
What, the video? that's now.
Headlines everywhere and the world is broken. Truth is drowned by lies with every word that's spoken. But darkness has to fade when we call His name. Let's lift Jesus high. Things are about to change. Hey, I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. No, no. No. Ain't no turning. Hey, people are losing hope.
That's it.
That's fire, right, man.
Hey, listen, I know you got to go. Hey, but before you go, let those know that's out here. Let them know what's going on at the Now Church. One church, 2 locations now. Let them know what's tonight. I'll be going in. I know you got to go.
Yeah, if you're in Hollandale tonight, you need to swing by 821 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Hollandale. If you're between the ages of 17 and 30, you want to get to Now Church Hollandale right now. It's going to be explosive. As a matter of fact, they're dealing with relationships and marrying and dating the Christian way. And Minister Brian, Minister Latrunda, our marriage leaders are going to be taking the stage tonight. And then they kick off with powerful praise and worship. And I'm telling you, you have any young adults, parents, if you have young adults in that age, you need to be sending them to Now Church Hollandale every Monday night at 8:00. You can go to our church page, Now Church FL, and you can get the information there. They have their own page, YA Impact. Of course, on Sundays, we have three services, 9:30 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. at the Davie campus, which is at the Nova High School auditorium. Powerful, power-packed service, and we're excited. We just launched our Hollandale campus service. That's at 1 p.m. So you can even listen. You can sleep in and still get. And when I tell you they be having church in there, and you know it's crazy. Each service has its own character. It's amazing to watch the old school at the 1 o'clock, and then the young people at the 11:30, and then the conservative folks at 9:30. So take your pick. Come as you are, as they say. We are not a black church, a white church, or or Pentecostal, we hear everything in there. You're white, black, Spanish, young, old. You come, and I promise you, you're going to get the word of God, powerful time of prayer and healing, a reminder to live in your now. Some of us have gotten stuck in the past. We think it's over. It is not over. If you're still breathing, God still has something he wants to do in your life. Come be a part of what God is doing at Now Church. We'd love to have you.
Hey, listen, everyone, it's been live. You've been tuned in to the South Florida Live podcast. I'm your host, Jeffrey Brown, and my brother, my G brother, Pastor Javen, is with us tonight. And I'm going to say it in front of everybody how proud I am of you. I know I've said it to you privately, but I can say it openly. I'm so proud of you just to see the man that you become and the oil that's on you. Listen, I tell everybody all the time that there's an oil on you, and we can see it, and it is manifesting.
Amen.
You see
Amen.
it, I've seen that youth group go from 10 to where it is now. Yeah. So that says a lot about the leadership and the direction of the Now Church. So God bless you, man. My prayers are with you. As always, you know you got my support. 100, and I love you so much, bro.
Thank you, buddy. Love you as well. I appreciate you.
All right. Hey, y'all, listen, he was here. That's the man, Javen Campbell. Had to get out of here. Hey, once again, everybody that tuned in, I see my friend, there's a lot of my friends. Hey, my cousin is on, Tyrese Harris. God bless you. Good evening. Natalie Williams. Yucky. Beverly O'Neill, God bless you. Thank you for joining us on tonight. Is that still okay? Hey, welcome and good evening. Hey, listen, this has been Meditation Monday. Let's talk about the things that matter. We talked about it. My friend, my brother, my God brother, Javen Campbell has a single out, No Turning Back. It's on all platforms, y'all. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your streaming, wherever you get your stuff from. Go on it. Please download it. You will thank me later because that song is banging. All right. And it's uplifting. Like I said, if you get it, when you get the CD, when you get the project, I need you first to just listen to the lyrics of it. Listen to the lyrics. And I guarantee it's going to touch you. It's going to bless you. All right. And your life will never be the same. Hey, listen, I'm your host. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining in. Hey, if you want to be a blessing, you want to be a blessing to this podcast, you want to partner up with us right there. That's our information. $ Power of Glory, $ Power of Glory 777. You can cash app us $ Power of Glory 777, or you can Zelle us at Jeffrey Brown, JFFERY, Brown like the color, 2094 at gmail.com. God bless you and God keep you is my prayer. Hey, I always say this. I'll pray for you. Hey, y'all, keep praying for me, and we're going to watch God change things. All right? On Thursday, we're going to talk about voting. Go vote. Make sure you register to vote. Make sure your status is straight. All right? Love you. Nothing you can do about it. That's an action word. Peace.
Email your idea for show topics to the South Florida Live Show at gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in to South Florida Live with your host, Jeffrey Brown.